Hey everyone, it's Zach from Zach Green's Reptiles. Today we're going to do a review on this Animal Plastics rack that I have behind me. This is a custom V18 rack that holds 72 Vision V18 tubs. And this is just my honest opinion. I've been using this rack since 2018. I'm not affiliated with any rack company or anybody in that sorts. Before we get any further, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell notification to make sure you get notified anytime I post a video. Now let's get started. All right, everyone. So this is the V18 custom Animal Plastics rack. It holds approximately 72 tubs. I don't have any tubs in the top row. I kind of use that for storage a little bit. This rack is approximately 72 to 75 inches tall. Let's get a side profile of it so you can see how it looks from the side. Yes, I do keep a fire extinguisher in my reptile room at all times. Hopefully I will never need that, but it is there just in case I do. So overall appearance, it is a great looking rack. Definitely serves its purpose. If you're new to Animal Plastics, be warned that they do have a very long lead time. Like I said, I got this rack back in 2018, and it took me about 5 months from the time I placed the order until I received my rack. You do receive it torn down, so you do have to put it together. So keep that in mind, but that's also so you can save on freight. Let's get a little bit closer look at this. It comes with all the screws that you need. It comes with the heat tape. It does not come with the tubs. You do have to purchase those separately. So the overall look, I really like how this rack goes together. I like the nice beveled edges here, rounded corners, so if you bump into it, you're not going to cut yourself. It's real smooth looking, real clean. It does have this center support. Animal Plastics made a point that depending on how wide their enclosures are, so your shelves do not sag, they'll add an extra support in the center if it's required. I'm sure you see all the little labels on them. Anything that is pink is female, anything green is male, anything with yellow is a holdback. These bottom two rows right here, those are the ball pythons that just hatched. They just had their first meals yesterday, so they all ate. But let's get back to the actual video itself. So it's very clean looking. As I mentioned before, you don't have much of a gap between your tub and the next shelf, which is really great because a lot of animals try to nose rub and push out. And if you got a big gap there, you can have an issue. It does come with the heat tape, and let me pull out these tubs so we can take a look at them. All right, I'm gonna grab a flashlight so you guys can see inside here. All right, so as you can see, the heat tape runs down the back. It's 3-inch wide heat tape. It does have a spot for your probes. It has that about every couple of shelves. You've got that, so you can really put that wherever you need to. The heat tape does snake around all the shelves. So as you can see over here, it does go up the side and up to the next level. It's difficult to tell right here, but the heat tape is actually in a key slot. So it actually snaps into place, and there's a little groove to hold it down. That way you don't have to use aluminum tape like a lot of companies use. And keep in mind, anytime you do use aluminum tape, you do not want to use that anywhere near your thermostat probe because that can cause interference and throw off your temperatures. A lot of people don't realize that. So that is how the heat tape goes in. I made the mistake on not getting casters on this rack. I really wish I would have. It's extremely heavy. So it's difficult to move around by yourself. You have to get a dolly. So if you do think about getting a rack from Animal Plastics, if you're not doing a stackable type rack, make sure you get those casters on there. It just makes life so much easier. The tubs I did get from Vision. They did give me a little bit of a bulk discount for them because I got so many at one time. But that is quite a large chunk of change to get 72 tubs, especially from a known snake rack manufacturer. If you got it from like Sterilite or Rubbermaid, they'd be a lot cheaper. But I like these tubs so much better. They're about 17 or 18 inches long. They're about 7.5 inches wide and about 3.5 inches tall, which is great for some of the hatchlings. You get a lot of room for them to grow up a little bit before you actually have to switch them over to a larger tub, like a 28 quart or something. Got to give you a little bit of an idea. It's a little baby blood hold back, but that's a 2020 animal inside that tub. Here's another one to give you a little bit of an idea. They're narrow, so it actually makes the snake feel a little bit more secure instead of having a wider tub that's not as long. So I really do like that. I like these tubs so much better than the typical 5-quart tubs that you get from Sterilite or some of those other manufacturers. So I definitely would consider that if you're getting a hatchling rack. I did run into one issue when I was putting it all together. I had to shave off a small lip that was on one of the panels. Like I said, it's been about 2.5 years since I've gotten this rack, so I can't remember which one exactly it was, but it took a little bit of finessing to get it into place. Part of that was it is a custom rack, and because it was a custom, they did not have all their CNC files dialed in 100%, I'm sure. I let them know, and I'm sure they made that modification to that program. But I do really like this rack. I got that ARS rack that you saw in a video a couple of weeks ago, and I hate to say it, but the ARS rack is just so much nicer, so much industrial looking. Chances are in the future I'll probably sell this rack and pick up an ARS, but the ARS is quite a bit more money. And if you want to have everything uniform, Animal Plastics also does white PVC racks as well. So you can just get multiples of different racks, different sizes, and have them all the same material. So that is a nice aspect of these. Even if you don't have an Animal Plastics rack, you have maybe a Sea Serpents or some of those other manufacturers, they will look pretty similar, where the ARS rack is a gray powder coat steel rack, which is absolutely amazing, but it's not going to match anything unless you get more ARS or Freedom Breeders. Freedom Breeder is a stainless steel instead of powder coat steel. But that is the custom Animal Plastics V18 72 stack rack. If you have any questions or you want to learn anything more about this rack, be sure to email me at ZACK at zgreptiles.com, or you can just comment below, like the video, and you can also hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. I'll post those links below. But that's about all I've got to say for it. Overall, it's a great rack, absolutely beautiful. Took a very long time to get in, which can be very frustrating. One more thing that I might add is this was probably just a problem I had. I actually had snakes getting their noses up, pushing it, and actually sliding these tubs out about that much, which caused the snake to be able to crawl out through the top and get out. That's going to be with any rack. I'm not entirely sure how they managed to do that, but I had one or two snakes doing it constantly. So I just picked up some little coaxial cable wire harnessing, and I just kind of nailed it in. And that way I can just fold it over and they can't pull that out. That is just something I did. I picked those up at Lowe's, I believe, and they were pretty cheap. Let's see if I have a box, and I don't have it right here, but all they are, they come with that little nail, and you just kind of tap them in there, just slide them over, and that's not going anywhere. So that is something kind of nice about the plastic racks, is you can do that. You can modify it like that and not have any issues at all without drilling or tapping out the steel or anything like that. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification if you can remember. That way you get notified anytime I post a video. I try to post about once a week. And we will see you next time.